Hello, what is up guys? I'm here today, back with another Black Desert video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the most recent patch that came to Black Desert on September 21st of 2022, going over all the important updates, as well as major events that came with this patch, that way you don't miss a thing. This patch brings a ton of events, as well as the much-awaited life skill changes that have been rumored for a while. So yeah, I don't want to delay it any further. Just quickly before we get into it, if you're new to my channel, new to Black Desert, or you have been watching videos on my channel, and still haven't subscribed yet, please consider it. It helps to grow my channel, you stay up to date with new content, and we both win. And without further ado, let's get into it and start off with the events like we do with every single one of these patch notes videos. And the first event we have is a Laura Heidel Ball event here. So the Heidel Ball is this weekend, for those of you that don't know. That's basically like your previews to what you can expect in the future of Black Desert, upcoming roadmap kind of situation. And the first event coming from it is starting a few days early, and that's talking to Laura. So Laura is located in the city of Heidel, right here, major city right here in Heidel. One of the first places you'll probably come to in the game. Now, if you open up your Black Spirit, head over to the Quest tab, and scroll over to the Event section, you will see the quest called Welcome to Heidel Ball. Take that quest, accept it, and yeah, to turn it in, you'll need to talk to the NPC Laura, which again is the general goods vendor here. Click on the chat option, and you'll see an option that says you say there's some ball around. Go ahead and accept that. That'll complete and give you some RNG bags. Do know that you only have until October 5th to complete this quest, so make sure to do that. Now, the next event also deals with the same NPC Laura, and that is going to be to get some 10-hour buffs. So this NPC Laura, if you go ahead and talk to them once again, under their quest tab, has a quest called Event Daily Fountain of Fortune. If you accept this quest, head around and up to the Heidel Fountain, which if you don't know where it is, it's pretty much right behind where Laura's hanging out. You just gotta go through these little pathways here and you'll end up at the fountain. Now when you get up to the fountain, if you go over to the right side of it, you will see an interaction called Heidel Fountain. Interact with that, click on chat, make a wish while standing at the fountain's base. And after you complete that quest, you're gonna have to select which 10-hour buff you want. So yeah, they last 10 hours and they give you some pretty cool bonuses. The first one is for drop rate as well as AP and damage reduction against mobs. The next one is gonna give you combat EXP or skill EXP plus knowledge gain if you're grinding for knowledge. Third one is your cooking alchemy buff that's giving you LT as well as mastery, as well as processing rates and gathering rates. The next one is for horse training, so life skill mastery plus training EXP. And I guess you get some sailing EXP in there too. And the last one is for AFK fishing. So if you're gonna AFK fish for 10 hours overnight, turn in this quest right here, go do your AFK fishing, get your bonus fishing mastery, fishing reduction, more rare fish, all sorts of cool stuff. So 10-hour buffs, once a day, you can do this quest. The next event is a free pet, so for this one, you're going to need to go into your account details and sign up for promotional notifications, and if you do, you'll get a cat. So, I mean, that's up to you. I'm not your dad, I can't tell you what to do or not on that one, but, yeah. Then we have Twitch drops, so for watching your favorite Twitch streamers, which includes me, I stream on the weekends, but for watching your favorite Twitch streamers, you will get drops. Those drops can be redeemed on your account page. You need to log in up here. Click the buttons, link it, it's not too bad. You're gonna get some Oasis boxes for watching streamers for up to 10 hours. Moving on, the next event is a 90% off sale on Black Desert. So yeah, the base game is down from $10 to 99 cents. So if you wanna convince a friend to play, or you've been thinking about getting into Black Desert, now is a pretty solid time. Also, the other packages are down 50% as well if you were looking to buy some of those. And if you're still on the fence, there is a 7-day free trial. So you can do your couple of days free trial, see if you like it, and then decide if you want to upgrade to a full package. But again, you do you, I'm not your dad. Last little thing we have here is actually something that came out last week. We covered it in my live stream this past weekend. Didn't make a separate video, but I'll cover it now. The season server has been extended through October 5th, so you have an extra week on the season server, which means you have 2 more weeks left from the time of this video. And that's it for events, so let's move on into the patch notes themselves, and these patch notes bring a ton of stuff, and we're probably gonna be here for a while, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. First things first, we have all of the horse updates, and there's a ton of horse updates here, like a ton, and like at least a quarter of this page. So the TLDR with this, right, and what's gonna impact the majority of people that play Black Desert. In the wild, instead of getting tier 1 to 5 horses, you will now get tier 6 to 7 horses. Tier 7 horses are going to be really, really rare, and they'll have a higher chance of appearing in Dregan. If you've watched any of my horse training videos, I always recommend starting in Dregan and setting up your base in Dregan, so if you've been following it, you'll be in good shape. If not, there's a couple of different horse spawns in Duvenkroon Dregan region here. One of the best ones up here by Yakintum. So this is the region you're going to want to go if you're looking to like level up your horse training, get better horses and all of that. Next up, we have new coats for different horses in the tier 8 region. So you can have more variety to your tier 8 horses, which is actually a really cool update. I'm kind of excited for that. Next up, we had some buffs to the training mastery impact. So training mastery will increase the amount of mount EXP as you continue to level it up a little bit further now. The listing price and sale price for tier 1 through 8 horses has changed. Generally speaking, looks like it's a buff across the board. The Logia, Azaro, and Manos Trainer's Clothes now have training EXP boosts added to them. There are a new series of quests that can help you get into horse training, and these can be started by the NPC Melissa Brady and Heidel, and you can view the quest by pressing the O key on the keyboard, clicking the suggested quest tab, scrolling down the list until you see Leap, Training Guru. So right here you have a series of quests that you can do. Also right below that Leap quest line from Training Guru, you will see Honor to the Training Family, another series of quests that you can do here, and these quests provide you skill exchange coupons, breeding reset coupons, and a bunch of other cool stuff, so like, definitely something you want to consider doing, especially if you're into horse training. Now the next one that I want to cover here is the Imperial Steed, and this is a new mechanic for people that are really into horse breeding and all of that whole system. Now whenever you breed horses, you'll have a chance to create an Imperial Steed. This Imperial Steed only levels up to level 15, can't learn any special skills, but can be exchanged for 120 million silver, plus all of the following rewards. And like you can see that there are a ton of different things here. So pretty awesome if you're into horse breeding and that whole system. If you're using better horses, you have a higher chance to get an Imperial Steed. Training levels and mastery do not affect Imperial Steeds though. And you can't use all sorts of coupons and stuff on the Imperial Steed, but again, why would you? It's literally just like a money maker here or a horse upgrader. And then that's pretty much it for the major changes that came with horse training that apply to the super majority of players, right? If you're out there trying to catch a horse, you're going to get better ones. If you're breeding horses, you might get this random steed thing that gives you a bunch of free crap, so take advantage of it. There's some side quests that you can do that give you bonus reset materials, right? Like the super important stuff. There's a lot more nitty-gritty stuff, like different locations to pick up certain quests, different items that you can use, different exchanges for different things. A lot of nitty-gritty stuff that doesn't really apply to everybody. So if you're big into horse training, I'm sorry I skipped those. You should probably read through this, but for the majority of people, that's pretty much what you need to know. Now moving on to other life skill changes, we have a lot more to cover. And first things first, we have some price bumps to a lot of different items that you can sell on the marketplace. So things like eggs, milk, cream, a bunch of the fruits that you use for alchemy, all of the saps that you use for different alchemies, mushrooms and flowers and stuff that are used for different life skills, different hides, and a couple of different meats. All have price changes here. For the most part, they are pushing them up pretty substantially. Do note right here that it says snake meat got nerfed in pricing and that scorpion meat only bumped up by 200. I'm here to tell you that both of those are typos. Those numbers don't relate at all to what's inside of the game right now, so don't get worried. Snake and scorpions didn't get nerfed. Actually looks like it got buffed a little bit. So yeah, it's probably going to take a couple of days for these prices to settle, so sit back, but just know that a bunch of these different things got buffed pretty hard. As always, if you're wondering if any of these new items are going to be better to gather to make more money, you can use the website Videolytics and check the overview panel here to see the pricing and how much money you make per hour with all of these. Again, you're going to have to wait a few days for the prices to settle, but right here should tell you how you're doing. Now next up we have a pretty interesting change to Gatherer's Clothes, and that's the addition of DP to the actual clothing itself, similar to like Hunter's Clothes. So this is going to open up a few different possibilities for gathering. I don't know how any good of any of them are going to be. Like now you could like grind Polly's Forest in your gathering gear and then like harvest the mushrooms. Or more reasonably, you can do like loopy tree forest rotations that are around the Phantuses and not take much damage so that you can actually make like some really good money over here. Because again, the saps just got buffed in pricing. Like loopy tree sap is up, I don't know, what is that, 33%, 50%? Somewhere in that region. So now you can make more money there and take less damage from the enemies that are in the location. So yeah, definitely opens up some interesting possibilities there. Next up, there are more NPCs that'll let you rent strong fences, which is pretty cool. Next up, lumbering specifically got a buff to bloody tree knots, red tree lumps, spirits leaves, monk's branches, and old tree barks that drop from them. And then moving on, we have some changes to farming. So the items that you would previously use for stonetail fodders now are called blush leaves. You remove those extra items from your inventory, so I guess you're welcome. You don't use simple cooking on them anymore, you just get stonetail fodders by exchanging Camellia Logia. Moving on into farming, we have changes to the 5 items that you would use to make stonetail fodders. Now you just get these blush leaves. These blush leaves are exchanged at Camellia Logia at Logia Farm for stonetail fodders. So no more simple cooking between those steps. You can also get different items from them if you don't want the stonetail fodders, so I guess that's cool. Another interesting thing is that the number of fruit items obtained from breeding mysterious seed crops has been increased. It's been doubled. Next up is another pretty neat change. You can now exchange various cooking ingredients at this special tier to get high quality or the generic base version at a lower rate here. So again, you can use the website Videolytics to check different recipes to find out if you make these exchanges if you'll save some money. It also means you don't have to worry about growing the lower tiered crops anymore unless you're absolutely trying to min-max. And generally is just pretty helpful overall, but the patch notes don't tell you exactly how to do this because, you know, why not? You need to find various NPCs, and those NPCs are listed on the ingredient now. So it's under exchangeable goods about midway down. So you have to take it to any one of those different NPCs that is listed there. Fortunately, Heidel has one. If you go to that NPC, click on the exchange tab, you'll see you'll be able to exchange the special peppers or whatever you're exchanging for different tiers right here. Next up, the cow milking minigame has been increased in the amount of cow's milk that you get. Again, combine that with the increased value of the various milk-based products, should hopefully help you to make a little bit more money off that, or at least incentivize people to do it so that there's more on the marketplace. Hunting quests now auto-complete with the Black Spirit, and cooking quests can now be completed at Liana, so a little convenience there so you don't have to walk all over the map to do those turn-ins. And then that's it for the major changes to the life skilling side. So yeah, like I said, there's a ton of stuff that we had to cover there, but now we can get into the rest of the patch notes. So events, we already covered all those, nothing too crazy. Next up, we have a few little tweaks to characters and various classes in the game, nothing too crazy again. New UI here, a new interface rather, for the patch notes, which is pretty cool. History of Ruins, Marnie's Realm has been expanded by 1.2x. And then otherwise, besides that, guys, nothing else as crazy as all of those life skill updates, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So this patch brings a ton of stuff for life skillers, so of course, naturally, I'm pretty happy. But you also got a couple events that you're going to want to make sure to take advantage of, so work your way through those. But now's your turn. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. How do you feel about those changes? You happy about them? You not happy? What do you think? But anyway, guys, if this video is going to help you, do let me know in the comment section below. Also, once again, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you at the next live stream every single weekend, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, over on my Twitch channel, the next YouTube video right here, or wherever I happen to see you. Dice.